It's dry. It's fucking dry. It's just boom, 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 hits you in the head with a crowbar, just beating your brain until it's mushy and goo. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, this project failed to live up to its hype. This guy's been out of commission for how long? How long has he been out of commission? And suddenly he releases this mid-tier album. I don't really have a problem with it per se, but it's more so the conversation and the hype that's been built around it. People are calling this a classic. What about this project is a classic? Because he pays, homage to some figures? Because he, again, is talking about, some, I guess you can say, socially significant topics? Other artists, when they, even when other artists release the same things that they've, been releasing throughout their discography, that is, artists with a sonically and thematically consistent discography, they always get shit. They always get criticized for being too repetitive. Even when they go outside the lines to try something different. Look at Kanye when he started to explore the Christian music with Jesus is King. And even with Drake, with Certified Lover Boy, people were holding Drake up to this impossibly high standard. And of course, when he didn't meet that standard, he was clowned for it. This project that Kendrick put out after, again, how many years was he out of commission? This project is just a mid-album. It's just a mid-album. There's nothing, at least to me, rather. Let me just say at least to me. Let me qualify that. There's nothing significant about it. People have Kendrick, this Kendrick derangement syndrome, I guess you can say. Because it's like, oh, he released something. Oh, finally, he's released something. I like Kendrick. He had some, good albums before. Some good projects. Therefore, this recent thing, because it sounds like what he used to release, and I'm starved of not getting any music from this guy. Howdy ho, this is now a classic. It's not a classic. Let's stop throwing around the word classic. Kendrick Lamar on N95 is dry and flat. There's nothing sonically appealing about it. It feels like filler on the album. You have instances like this particular track that just, are just very flat. Rich Spirit, also Silent Hill, you can say, like these are issues that exist on this project that it solidifies the point that this guy can release anything, and people will exalt it to goddom. Like it is a classic, it is untouchable. We have to put it on a pedestal just by virtue of the person who made it. We have a lot of writers in the audience for other artists, right? Those other artists do get their fair share of criticism. So far with Kendrick, all I've heard is, beautiful project, amazing. This is Kendrick. It's like, bro, really? This lyrical, spiritual, miracle, ostentational individual? Like, he didn't even do that. Like, even the rhyming itself, you can say there wasn't that much rhyming on this project as well. But yeah, for me, just from the hype, 5 years out of commission, not releasing anything, and then putting this, mid-tier project out, it would have been a 6 out of 10 for me. But just because how hard it, to me, I gotta reiterate my opinion, just because of how hard it fell to the hype, 5 out of 10, bro. That is mid. I like looking at projects holistically, but this would just put a sour taste in my mouth. Are there any points on this project that I particularly like, I enjoy? United in Grief, it had this like pretty cool synthesizer, and I'm a sucker for synthesizers. I love them a lot, and I like how they complement, at least on the track, I like how it complemented the just the typical boom bap-esque drum that was existing in there. Up next we have the Worldwide Steppers. I think that was the track. Listen, you have 3 minutes of just bars, right? And in this current generation of listeners, that people don't really care about the lyrics, right? There's a lot of music that people just put on because they like how it sounds sonically, and they like, the sounds that the rapper is making or whatever, right? But in this instance, a true rapper, I guess you can say, a true rapper, Kendrick Lamar, the old heads' favorite, new rapper on the scene. I guess relatively new to what existed before. I guess, from that perspective, those old heads and people who like true rap, quote-unquote true rap, can appreciate this. But I'm very skeptical, because I do tend to lean in the side of thinking that people really don't like hearing the lyrical, miracle, like just hearing straight repetitive maybe, not repetitive, but just straight bars over and over again being lashed at you for like 3 minutes. I'd like to see a breakdown of what tracks tended to be skipped on this album. It's dry. It's fucking dry. It's just 3 minutes of boom, 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 hits you in the head with a crowbar, just beating your brain until it's mushy and goo. And maybe because you can't understand it, right? In more ways than one, you can't understand what he's actually saying because of how he's mumbling, you know, how fast he's speaking. Ironically, that's not considered mumble rap. But also, you just can't understand the themes because of how hard it's like just one after the other, one line after the other, repetitive, hit, repetitive, like just, come on, man, what is this shit? So anyway, that's the end of this bullshit video. Yeah, go do something better right now.